Good evening, folks, and welcome back to the farm. It's a beautiful evening here. Just going to go round up some sheep. I haven't made some videos in a few days here because it's been terribly windy, actually. But we finally got some rain. We got about half an inch yesterday, and I was thinking maybe we were going to get about a half an inch overnight, but it turned out we only got a tenth overnight. But still welcome. Anyways, I've been trying to get a hold of the shearer for a little bit because, well, as you can see, things are starting to green up around here, and that's certainly a good time to start putting animals out of the farmyard and down into pasture. Now, the pastures aren't quite ready yet, but we do want to be prepared for it. When it's time to go, it's time to go. First things first, though, everybody needs a haircut. So I've been getting a hold of the shearer, and he's, I don't know, hard guys to get a hold of, right? Hard guys to peg down, and they're running around the country trying to chase dry sheep because shearing them in the rain, shearing wet sheep is almost impossible, and if you can do it, it's bloody miserable. But anyway, so tomorrow, he gave me the call today, and so tomorrow, three-time world champion sheep shearer Jack Butterick, none other than Jack Butterick, flying in from New Zealand, and so he's going to shear the ewes and the rams, and then I'm actually supposed to be heading to Rio Grande here tonight to work on building a covered deck on the cabin, but we'll see. I'll maybe get that started tonight and a little bit tomorrow morning, and then I got to get over here because it's going to be a big day of shearing, a lot of back-breaking work, I tell you. But you can hear him bellowing in there, and I got a syringe here with me. So yesterday when we had all that pouring rain, Carmen went out and checked the sheep, and she found one of the lambs that was a little bit lethargic, kind of dopey, looked wet, looked cold, and was considerably smaller than the other twin. Now the size, if it was the size alone, I would say, okay, well, he's just getting bullied out of the teat by the other twin. But it's, I don't know, it just kind of looks like it's not thriving a little. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but I'm going to give it a shot of penicillin here just to see if, just to rule that piece out. And we'll keep an eye on it over the weekend here. Now, as I mentioned, in order for us to succeed, we got to have these sheep dry. So I had Carm pen all the ewes up in the barn earlier today because it was raining. And but I also got to get these two rams in here. So what I have to do is borrow some panels that we put up for the dog pen. So he's going to get out, reconfigure the barn a little bit, give him a shot of penicillin, and then somehow convince the boys to come into the barn and spend the night. They're going to have a sleepover, but they're going to have to be in their own pen, penned up, so that there can be no funny business. But I'm in here now, and I'm looking right over there. Both Olga's lambs, both sucking away like champs. So I'm not sure. It was cold yesterday. It was about 1 degree last night when we come out. And yeah, not a pleasant evening to get some rain. So I might just hold on. If I don't have to treat it, I'm not going to treat it. If it's sick, I'll treat it. But if it's not sick, it was just having a tough day. We all have those once in a while. This actually worked pretty good. I got all ewes on this side of the barn. One thing I did, I got these 6.5 panels from a local, I think they were Edge retailer. What the heck did they call themselves? Farm Fillies, Farm Supplies. They've gone out of business now anyways, because that's a tough game to be in, selling livestock, like cattle panels and stuff. I think the margins are pretty low on that, but for the individual retailer, most people get into it simply because they can, basically like Tupperware, right? You can as long as you become a retailer for it, you could probably get a few deals yourself and get a few things at cost, and then once you're kind of set up, well, then you're just losing money after that, so you might as well get out of it. But anyways, I got these. When they were closing the doors, I got about 30 of them, and it just works beautifully in the barn. I put these eyelets every 6.5 feet, and so I can actually swing all the panels open and have the whole barn wide open, or I can set up into lambing jugs, or I can do what I've done here and just split it half and half. And so over here closer to the hay bales, I've got basically a double pen that I kept open for lambing, and I'm going to put the two rams in there, so I'm going to get one more panel so I can close that one off, and then we'll be ready. All I got to do is get my sheets of plywood out and a ladder so that Buddy can plug in his stuff there and shearing away. We'll be all Triple happy teddy bears, I hope. Well, that went so much easier than I thought it was gonna. I should have filmed it, but sometimes you just think like this. I'm gonna need both hands. I'm gonna need like be quick on my feet, and there's just no way I can manhandle a bucket of grain, 2 rams, and a camera. Well, they just walked right in the barn. They said, "Hey, ladies," and then they walked right in the pen. I slammed the gate shut. I give them the treat anyways, just because, I mean, you kind of have to reward that kind of behavior. But yeah, that was super simple. I kind of hope that's not a precursor to tomorrow. You know, like things go well today, but it's an absolute shit show tomorrow. But fingers crossed. Usually how my luck works, right? Things will go fantastic. They'll go so good. And then all hell will break loose. Everybody's penned up in there. I've reinforced the panels at 90 degrees so that no pushing can cause any twisting or openings or anything like that. And I've double checked all the latches and the chains and everywhere where that gates, those panels are secured. Got food. Carlin pulled the water trailer over, so they got good supply of water overnight. But I think that aside, I'm gonna close the barn door because God forbid something happens overnight and they blow that up. I don't know why, but I got this gut feeling that says close the door. Close the barn door. Were you born in a barn? Were you raised in a barn? Well, they sure were, and I'm just not taking any rest. Right, that's chores all taken care of. I'm gonna head out to Rio Grande here and see if we can't start building a covered deck. It's interesting, I stopped at the Home Depot on my way home from work. I had to pick up some new saw blades. I used an old saw blade that I had, the saw that I had on my circular saw was getting kind of worn out. So I used it to cut some tin the other day, so it's really done. So I picked up some new blades, and then I picked up some of these T30. It's kind of like a Torx bit, I guess is what it is, for the lag bolts that we're going to use to hold the posts up against the side of the house. And then I picked up some more number 2 Robertsons. Now I run everything DeWalt. All my tools, all my power tools are all DeWalt. But anyways, do you think that the thing cares about what brand these are? It sure doesn't. It sure doesn't. So anyways, I was looking at the DeWalt section and they were on sale. $15 for a pack of 15. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, they're on sale. Just grabbed it, and then this caught my eye, and then I realized that the price on these was $8 for a pack of 10. So quick math in my head, and I'm like, well, each one of these is 20 cents cheaper than the DeWalt ones. So yeah, come home with that handy dandy little thing. It comes with a free carabiner, which I won't use for anything ever, and but at least I'll know I can hang it on my toolbox or on my tool bag or something like that, and I won't be searching for these. On that note, I'm gonna let you go for now, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to make a video tomorrow or not. I'll be by myself, just me and Jack shearing sheep, and I may need every single hand, every finger, every toe that I've got to succeed at that. So if I don't see you again this weekend, I hope you have a fantastic Victoria Day long weekend. We'll see you later.